Welcome. Generalizing can be very dangerous, as can making hasty decisions. And I mean this in general. Generalizing, if you make a general statement about everyone who is in said category, whatever that might be, that it's just that's bad news, man. There's nothing so simple in this world that you can generalize. There's nothing that is exactly the same. And I'm not saying everyone's a snowflake, but generalizations and assumptions, etc., will get you nowhere because oftentimes you are wrong, at least partially. Stereotypes won't help you, etc., etc. And making hasty decisions based on somebody else's advice is probably a bad idea as well because their experience, even if it's very similar to yours, is not the same. It's just not. So today I want to talk about relationships and how the internet is not the best place for you to find relationship advice, probably. I think, if they're giving you advice and it is correct advice, chances are your circumstances were very obvious from the start, or just, very, very much so. Bad news. Bad, BAD, bad. Uh, Chances are your circumstances were obviously bad from the start, and that can happen. That can be the case. Oftentimes, that is the case, especially in some of these more outlandish stories on Reddit, which, spoiler alert, that's what I'll be mainly diving into today. So on Reddit, a lot of these stories that are a little bit more outlandish, of course, they should, take the advice and go forward with whatever negative action that they might be taking, because sometimes you have to. And if you're too close to a situation, if you're too close to a situation, you might not be able to see it as clearly as everybody else around you. But other times, you might need to communicate further. I would say most of the time, you just need to communicate a little bit more effectively with your partner, and that's it. That's the best. Yeah, and that's it. That's the best solution that you. That's it. And that is it. That is the best solution that you need. I mean, that's the best solution that anybody could possibly go about having. All you really need to do is communicate with people. And I don't mean over text. And I don't mean over the internet. And I don't mean asking strangers for help. I think that there are a lot of people out there who have more life experience than you, and they know things that could be helpful, but there are also a lot of trolls out there. There are also a lot of children out there who want attention on the internet and are 14, but are telling people that they are 45 and that they divorced their wife immediately after their wife told them that they were going to the store, but really they were down the street at a friend's house. But it turns out that they were not cheating. They were just getting them their birthday present, and I'll talk about that one in a little bit. So ultimately the point is, don't be hasty. Don't go on the internet and ask for relationship advice and then immediately take it. Take everything you read with a grain of salt, because people might be lying. People might be exaggerating, or even if they're telling the truth with their situation, it might not be fully in line with yours. They might have conveniently left out a few key details to said situation, some context, if you will, that makes the ultimate, let's see, that makes the end result change, like, a lot. So without further ado, I'd like to get right into it. Let's see. By the way, guys, if you no. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked this channel and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. You'll be able to see probably weekly content. We'll see how well this goes. If I can get 5 to 10 more subscribers, people watching me weekly, then that is sufficient enough for me to start making videos regularly again. I want to do that. I really do, and I love making this kind of content. So please subscribe. Please like the channel, and or please like this video, and and if you're so inclined, I do have a Discord as well that I'll link in the description down below. So join the Discord, and I'll start posting in there regularly as well. I have a lot of different social media handles that I've made pretty recently. I've become more active again fairly recently, so I want to post all of them regularly. And if you would go check those out, then I will. I absolutely will. Whichever social media that you frequent most, I'll send something over your way. All right, but please like the channel, please subscribe, and stick around for more content. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. Ooh, who's that? I'm recording on my phone as well, and I forgot that stops your camera once I check a text like a dummy, like an idiot. All right, let's see. So, the most obvious subreddit I could go through with checking out today, besides the red pill and men going their own way and all those already quarantined subs, like I'm pretty sure they were quarantined a while ago, but if not, then they should have been like immediately. They're just, breeding grounds for incels. I even think that there's a subreddit, and I'll check it out for the next video, I promise. There's a subreddit called Incel. Like, people just embrace this shit. That is not a compliment, my dude. Why are you joining this? Why are you like embracing this? No, you don't want to be that. You don't want to tell people that. Like, I don't know. I mean, own who you are to a certain extent, okay? I wouldn't want to be called an incel if I was. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. So that is a subreddit among many others. So those ones are breeding grounds for, like, oftentimes alt-right politics, but more so just women hating men. And I mean not women who hate men, although there are those subreddits. I mean men who hate women, women hating men. Get it? Dash. Men who... There's subreddits there's subreddits that host a lot of men who talk about women as if they are the only problem in their life, in this world. In fact, that they are the biggest issue with the world, and they need to just get rid of all women. I don't know. What's this? What do you see? What are you trying to do? And I don't know. So, in a similar fashion, and I will admit to not exactly to the same extent, because I think men can be vulgar and horrible, and just I think they're just like outright. They just like say it all, and that is why it became like a jungle, similar to like the Donald. They became jungles so quickly because it's just like egg each other on, echo chambers. r/female dating r/female dating strategy. Gosh, I can't say. Beep, beep. R/female dating strategy is similar in a sense. It does often encourage toxic behavior in a way, men hating behavior. And I'll talk about that next video along with the rest of the subreddits that I just mentioned. But today, my children, today we're talking about r/relationship advice and r/relationships. Those types of subreddits, and I'll link in the description and also probably on the screen later which which posts I'm talking about, and also, you know, the handles of the users, you slash, you know, all that stuff, the accounts. There we go. The account usernames, etc., of all the people that I'm linking and talking about. I'll link them in the bio, in the description, and also on the screen later on. And I will also give credit to whoever I need to. You know, I will give credit where credit is due. But today I'm talking about r/relationship advice. All right, so there was a post on Ask Reddit at one point, let's see, 2 years ago. Wow. Redditors who took terrible advice from r/relationship advice. What happened? So I went through these and I linked some of the comments as well as the titles from some of the posts that I, went down through this rabbit hole. And some of these are just insane. I only do this because of my own experience reading some of these in real time. I remember seeing some of these posts and being like, why do they keep telling people to break up all the time? You know, that's not always not the right solution. Like I mentioned in the beginning, you know, sometimes you're too close to the situation to make the right call. And sometimes the right call is a negative one. You have to cut things off. But that's only in extreme circumstances, and if you're not giving full context, by the way, because oftentimes people want to see themselves in a positive light, of course, you know. So if you're not giving full context or anything to that extent, you know, you cannot listen to the internet for this type of advice. And people just love saying break up, you know, or even worse, divorce. Like, divorce is sometimes necessary, oftentimes necessary, but that's not always, like, you can't do it every single time. It's just like, oh man, I had a fight with my wife this morning. Divorce her. Why are you looking at me like that? Divorce her. Let's go. Come on, Skippy. What are you, crazy? Anybody who's ever mean to you ever shouldn't be in your life at all. Cut them off right now. Right now, cut them off. You know, they suck. They're terrible people. They got a devil inside their chest. They were mean to you and you're hurt, right? So slap their feelings away and cut them off. Cut them out of your life. In fact, don't even divorce her. Never speak to her again. You listen to me, bucko? You listening, bucko? Where would we be without men? Where would we be? That's Jordan Peterson. In case you guys... In case you guys don't know that impression, that is Jordan that is my. In case you guys don't know that impression, that is my Jordan Peterson impression, and he's a big advocate for men. Suffice to say, where would we be without men? It's not a great impression, but it illustrates my point pretty well about cut them all off. It's the women that are the problem. You know, a lot of his fans feel that exact same way. Anyways, I digress. One post that stood out for me was a guy asking for advice after finding out his girl was lying to him about where she went one afternoon. The whole comment section rallied with torches and pitchforks. Gosh. Telling him she's cheating and he should just leave. Anyway, turned out she lied because she got him a lovely birthday present, a snake, because the guy loves snakes. That's awesome. But a snake? Wow. I mean, wow. You know, give me a snake, please. No, I don't want a Mercedes. I want a goddamn anaconda. Mom! She met up with a breeder that afternoon to sort everything out. Glad the dude didn't listen and just asked her what happened instead. Yeah, glad he didn't use the communicate move, you know? Pikachu, use communication! Like, just talk. Just talk out loud, in fact, you know? Maybe on the phone, but, like, if you can help it, probably not. I don't even know where or when the first time was that I heard these words, but, like, throughout media and also my upbringing, I don't even think it was, like, my parents or anything. I just think I remember growing up believing and understanding that, like, it's probably not great to break up with people over text, probably not great to break up with people over the phone if you can help it, but like at least the phone is a little bit better. And in this day and age, like, come on, guys. The bar is so low, you know? FaceTime someone if you can help it. Call them. I understand we all have anxiety and we're going to have a heart attack if anybody so much as talks to us. I'm not at all separate from this. I am no exception to this rule, but please just call them. You know, don't, if you're going to do it, don't text. Just like, come on. That's such a shitty move. You know, we're through. Bye-bye. Obviously, per everything that I'm saying here, context matters. But, all right, here's another one. Oh, man. Here, all right. Okay, here's a little bit more context to that one. Was that the one where he was planning on buying her an engagement ring and her best friend came over to help him pick one and the girlfriend told him that she was out with the best friend? Oh, man. Yeah, exactly that one. That is rough. Big oofy. Big oofy. Holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah. All my points still stand. Let's move on to the next one. Redditors and jumping straight into she's cheating conclusion. What a surprise. I've seen people saying cheaters don't deserve comfort as they're dying from brain cancer, a place to stay while in a pandemic, help as they've been raped, help with their newborn or when they're hugely pregnant. I even think I read a couple of those as I was going through this research. So yeah, better listen to that crowd. They're not at all frothing at the mouth at the mere thought of someone cheating on OP. This is what leads me to believe that a lot of these accounts are either literal teenagers or teenagers on the inside, at least, never having left high school, not truly, at least. Mostly just because, like, who the hell thinks this way? Why are you so horny for breakupage? You know, why do you want everyone to, like, just, like, gosh, you know, I just think, and, like, I'm a leftist myself, but I think there is something to be said about, I hate to say it this way, woke culture. I can't think of a better term for it. It's not really that. It's not at all. And it's similar to cancel culture, but it's not exactly that either. The best way I can describe it is just kind of, you know, let's go after that person because it fits my experience. You know, it fits my experience, or at the very least I have these negative feelings about someone of the opposite sex or someone who fits my romantic description of who I once loved. Maybe I've been wronged, I've been hurt, I've read things about other people being hurt, or I even imagined myself in a romantic situation where I was with a person and then I was hurt after the fact, all within my head, but none of that actually happened, and therefore I feel I'm justified in saying that you should break up with this person right the hell now because my imaginary girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, broke up with me. So you gotta do it because anything bad could happen ever. You gotta do it now because the bad could happen. And because the bad could happen, you can't let it happen. None of bad. No bad happen. No bad ever happen because I don't let it happen. I push bad away. I push all bad away. I push bad aside. I stay in box. Box, don't let no bad in. No box, let bad. No bad come in box. Sorry. Went a little crazy there. But, I'm sure you can see my point. Ah! So many people on that subreddit forget communication is a thing and go right to telling people to break up. Yes. All right. Someone posts on the wrong sub asking how to make sourdough and winds up in therapy. I'll take that again. Someone posts on the wrong sub asking how to make sourdough and winds up in therapy divorcing their spouse. This has happened to me. What? Posted in a keto sub asking how to get started when my spouse wasn't on the same page as me. Some snobby person started going off on how it was a relationship issue and all this other nonsense that had nothing to do with going on a diet. It had a lot of support. Why? Hey, my wife isn't super into the keto diet. Honestly, she wants to do Atkins. No, she doesn't want to do any diet. No, blah blah blah. Anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So anyways, how do I get into keto? You know, I'm just like trying to do it alone. Maybe meet some people who are also interested in it. That's why I'm coming over here. I want to meet some new friends. Sorry, buddy. First of all, you gotta divorce your wife, you know? If she's not on the same page, you guys aren't compatible. I'm sorry, but you guys disagreed about one thing, and it wasn't even a fight, but it doesn't matter because you guys don't like everything exactly the same, exactly like each other exactly. So, therefore, you're not the same person, so therefore you don't actually like her, and she doesn't actually like you. So, therefore, split everything 50-50, take the kids, and cut the house out of your will. I don't know. She sucks. She's dumb, buddy. She's dumb. Cut her off. Done. We're done. We're done with this. And we're done. No, no, no. And we're done. And we're done. Done. Okay. This one's kind of... Here's another one, and this one's actually kind of wholesome. I posted years ago because my then boyfriend and I had a fight. He was religious. I wasn't, and the fight seemed to be about that. Reddit told me to break up. This wouldn't work out. It never will. What I didn't realize was that we didn't fight about religion, but about our expectations for our relationship. Once we got that behind, we had a great time. We got married last week after 6 years together. Great. Well, that's nice. And the person posts a picture of their ring. I'll send that later. But that is one great thing, and it goes to show you, like I said in the beginning, don't listen to strangers on the internet for advice because you don't know anything about them. They might be 10. They might be like 10 to 15, and they are going through... Maybe not 10 to 15. I'm going to say 14. They might be 14 to 19 or something, you know, going through serious hormone changes, issues and stuff, and like a lot of emotions and things going on in their lives. And they really think that they know everything as far as what's going to happen in their life. So what's wrong with acting like they're 30? You know, they'll just tell people that they're 30 because that gives them a little bit more legitimacy maybe behind their words. People believe them more because they've had a little bit more life experience, right? So they tell you that because their imaginary boyfriend, who comes from the Harry Potter universe, broke up with them because of religious things or because of differences in relationship, wants, needs, etc. Because their boyfriend broke up with them because they were a wizard and they believe in wizard religion, in their head, of course. And because they are, oh God, what are the TikTokers calling it? The TikTokers are calling it something akin to like portaling or something. I don't know. They're jumping dimension jumping, maybe. I don't know. Something to that extent into Harry Potter's universe. That all happened to them. So you should listen to them because they know what they're talking about, you know. Those negative emotions are probably the saddest they'll ever feel in their life. And therefore, they know exactly what you're going through in your almost marriage. You know, you've been with this boy for a very long time. Break up with him. Break up with him right now. I know it's been 6 years, but you need to make this decision in the next few minutes and cut it off within the next 2 hours. All right? Cut the whole thing off now. Get out. Red flags. You drop these. You drop these. Oops, you dropped these. Here, take them. Take them. You know what those are? Yeah, that means you gotta get the hell out. You have 2 legs. Don't you have 2 legs? Well, if you don't have 2 legs, then hop away, all right? Hop away with your 1 leg. All right, get the hell out of there. If you have 2 legs, run. If you can't, then hop away. If you can only hover, then hover the hell away, all right? Because you need to get out. He's bad. Bad. Okay, here comes the super planned and super well done segue. Um, this one comment says, that sub's weird as fuck. Like, there will be people saying to break up before communicating, and some people will say to stay and give a toxic relationship a chance. And they get upvoted, while logical replies get downvoted, they get upvoted. Logical, you know how it goes. Because logical replies will say, we need more context. It's a little bit of both. There's usually a happy medium. There's many reasons for things to happen. It's probably both of your faults. If it's not, then you need to figure out exactly what's happening, because chances are you love each other and it's a breakdown in communication, etc., etc. Nope, downvote. I don't want to communicate. What are you, crazy? We just had a pandemic. I don't want to talk to anybody. I want them to just read my thoughts. I want them to know what I'm thinking right now, all right? We met on Tinder. We've been together for many weeks now, and I need him to talk to me through telepathy only, all right? Otherwise, I'm never going to ever look him in the eyes again. In fact, I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that he's just as bad as that Tinder swindler or whatever that was. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's talk about the other side. I have 1 or 2 examples of a pretty not great situation, pretty obvious, in fact, not great situation, where a lot of people are saying, you know, stick around. It seems like you're just misunderstanding something. And I'd say for this specific situation and a few others like it, and again, these are the exceptions, not the rule, the exceptions to the rule. Get the hell out of there. You have 2 legs, run. This is where I would give you these red flags, all right? This is where I would hand these to you, because I'm like, they're pretty obvious. They're on your front lawn. You know, all of these red flags are posted on your front lawn, and you're just like, you close the curtains, you know? And that's fine, and people cope, and it's your relationship. All right. And honestly, I mean, this one I'm going to read right now is from 6 years ago. I'm not talking to any of these people. I'm sure this relationship is either over, or the person realized that they were doing crazy stuff and completely did a 180. I can't imagine that actually happened. But, you know, either way, it happened a long time ago, and decisions will have definitely been made in that long amount of time. All right. Things happened. Money moves. Let's call them. And what I will say is that this, like I said, no. What did I want to say? What will I say? It doesn't matter. What I will say is that basically with these ones, I know it might seem obvious to the rest of us, and I will say that you need to get out of there, or you did need to, and it's a good idea to break this off. But I understand if it's not so obvious to some people, because love blinds. You know, love is blind, and it does blind, and it's hard. It's really hard to see someone or something for what it is, and you know, and not want to fix it, and not want to change things for the better, improve things. And it's hard to not want to improve a shitty situation and put it all on you and kind of convince yourself, kind of fool yourself into believing that things aren't as bad as they are. It's not easy. It's not easy to do. Most people can't do it. A lot of people get stuck in abusive situations and can't leave because of that exact thing. Because the same person who can abuse and does abuse, or maybe even is just so strange and having a breakdown and just literally is damaging your life without them meaning to necessarily, but is just, I'll show what I mean in a second. But you know, if even if they don't mean to, or if they do mean to, and you believe them after the fact when they say, I'm sorry, I still love you, I'm trying to change myself, but they never do, in the most extreme of circumstances, or in the most extreme examples of that type of circumstance, you got to get out. Me. I'm not sure why, but the two main examples I have right now are both cat related. I guess cats can be pretty controversial. I don't know. Me, 34 female. My bad. Me, 34 female with my boyfriend, 41 male of 2 years. Got mad at me because I took my cat, 16 male. Wow. To a park for the cat's birthday. Am I really a crazy cat lady? I've had my cat since he was 6 months old. He was an unadoptable rescue. He had so-called unsurvivable pneumonia, and when healthy was nothing but fear, aggression. So he's like made of fear, aggression. Are you saying he's made of fear, aggression? It doesn't matter. I was basically cat hospice. Well, he lived, and he loved. He's the purringest, snuggliest, sweetest cat. He is now a chubby 16-year-old with arthritis, treated with dasuquin, which has helped immensely, but he's not a kitten anymore. I don't know what that is, but if I get a cat again in my lifetime, I'll probably figure out what dasuquin is, as long as the cat survives, which, I will do my utmost to make sure of. We used to live in a first floor apartment where we could sit outside and I could read and he could be on his tie out and watch birds. Now we don't anymore. Shortly before his 16th birthday, he slipped and or fell off the bathroom vanity. I didn't see it happen. I only saw the cat, who couldn't stand without screaming afterwards. We rushed him to the vet and miraculously nothing was broken, but that left the question of what he did do. Even in a bad sprain, it may always be weak and he may never walk normally again or walk at all. If he wore a tendon, if he tore a tendon or a ligament, it was basically over. Orthopedic surgeries and senior cats don't usually end well. Well, for a week and a half, we brought him food and water, we gave him pain meds, we set him in the litter and helped him up. We lifted him onto and off of the bed. I was basically a cat nursing home up in here. All right, she goes on to explain that the cat is older and she wants to help him celebrate his birthday, so she brings him to a park to, et cetera, et cetera. The boyfriend was indignant. How the cat doesn't even know it's his birthday, what a waste of time, who does that, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of people do, my guy. No, he doesn't know it's his birthday, but he knows he's doing something he enjoys. He knows he feels better than he had been. He knows those things. It's 3 months later, and the boyfriend still goes on about the cat outings. I don't get it. He helped care for him when he was injured, blah, 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 but taking the cat to a park. Yeah. I have to wonder, does the boyfriend not know about how many people bring their dogs to parks as they're passing away? It's their last day because they're so sick. Feed them hamburger, all that's that. Those posts on Instagram and subreddits, et cetera, are so popular because they're wholesome. You want to help your pet who's been your lifelong friend in their final moments, and that cat probably, that was his, some of his last moments. I don't really see the issue. So, if the boyfriend, and this is a tough one, if the boyfriend doesn't stop talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I don't know, if he's so against the idea of helping a senior cat go to the park to enjoy, and just what he thinks it's that ridiculous, and he can't get over it, and he doesn't drop it, and etc., etc. Maybe rethink your relationship. I don't know if this one is worthy specifically of a breakup immediately, but if he won't drop the thing, then this will become a much bigger thing than it needed to be. And he's the one doing it. He's the one who keeps mentioning the fact that they went to the park for a cat, and not in a lighthearted, joking way, as far as it seems. It seems like he keeps mentioning it like, I can't believe we did that. I don't know. It becomes a big thing once you make it a big thing. And if he won't drop it, then that is a good example of something that will literally wedge itself between your relationship and ruin a good thing. Just because you can't figure out a way to ignore the fact that people want to take care of their pets, my guy. It's normal. It's completely normal. And, barring the whole community of furries, and barring the community of people who like to dress their poodles and chihuahuas in little outfits, like, even that I find to be fine, especially in the winter when these dogs need to be in more coats because they're small and they don't have very long hair. They will get cold. So, barring the community of people who treat their dogs like humans, this is just this is just treating your pet like it's a creature, worthy of love, etc. So, what is the problem? All right, so this next one is a little bit longer, I suppose, especially with all the edits, so I'm just going to summarize. My 24 male girlfriend, 26 female, fully believes that she is a cat in a human's body. That sentence right there pretty much sums it all up, but that's only the start. It just gets crazier. So essentially, she thinks she's an otherkin, which means that she is a cat in a human's body, a real cat in a real human's body. Doesn't see anything wrong, and she's been through a lot of echo chambers, as the boyfriend puts it, that enable this behavior, which on the surface doesn't seem like a big deal. If you think that, cool, but she really takes it to another level. So she has always been a cosplayer. She likes to dress as cat type things, cat related cosplays. And, he keeps thinking that it is a joke. It's not. She could not be more serious. And she tries to send him resources involving people talking about their experience. One of her friends believes he is a demon, which is terrifying, a demon in a human body. And another person online that they've been talking to, she sends a video from this person believing he is actually Naruto. He has a testimonial talking about he's Naruto, like actually the Naruto from Naruto in a human body. That I can I can't understand, but I can kind of see, I guess, how people could. I just don't understand how you can, because Naruto was created by someone. You can see cats there, and you're like, maybe that cat's soul got implanted into me by accident. I don't know or care. I don't think that's logical or makes any sense. But Naruto's a fictional character that somebody created. That doesn't make any sense to me. How could you possibly think that you're Naruto? I don't understand. And that's what she uses as proof. She's like, this is a person who knows he's Naruto deep down on the inside. God made a mistake and actually put Naruto's soul, the real Naruto, yes. Or maybe they're talking about the sushi Naruto. I don't know for sure. Maybe they're talking about Naruto, the role. Hell if I know. Anyways, she goes on to say that she hates the sun, hates water. She starts to not shower, I believe. I don't think they get to a litter box quite yet, but I don't know if she eats cat food either, but she will only eat her food on the floor. She won't stop wearing, cat ears and a tail. She feels more comfortable crawling on all fours. She says she can understand cats. She only wants to be talked to in a meows. I think that's, yeah. And then like he mentions, like he mentions later, she is basically surrounded by yes men and yes people in general who will tell her that she is completely valid, that this is correct. And go figure, but as we move down to the comments section, someone from the otherkin community says that this is not the way that things go exactly. That people, of course, who are part of the community have their own feelings and beliefs, etc., so they can do what they want, but the overarching belief, and I will go into more depth about this at some point, is that they know that they're humans. They know that they have human bodies. They are, in spirit, partially this thing, whatever it is, wolf, cat, anything. Maybe not Naruto, but anything else, okay? But they know that they're humans. They know that they were born a human, but she thinks that she is born a cat. So, that was a lengthy explanation. So that was a lengthy explanation, but essentially I can see why this man who, in the end, have to cut it off, I can see why he did so. Because whether or not she is going through something and he's going to try to support her, I can't, you can't be with somebody who will only speak to you in meows. You can't be with somebody who refuses to work. Like a part of the thing was that she stopped going to work because cats do not work. So what was the plan there? She thought that she would start doing this kind of, cat content online and sending it out to YouTube, which, like, mind you, cats can't do on their own. What does she think she's going to do, Is her boyfriend going to send it out for her? But the other thing is, you don't grow a following right away. It doesn't happen that quick. Maybe she eventually will if she's consistently posting. I'm trying to. I'm trying to do it right now, but like a following doesn't just come. And the issue is she doesn't have any other source of income. So what is she going to do? She was it seemed like on the surface that she was just going to put all of her expenses on her boyfriend, and that's just not acceptable. So she stopped going to work. Reasonable to break up with somebody like that, unfortunately. All right. So this is the end of video part 1. That is the end of, part 1. 1A part dash 2.0. You know what I mean. That's the end of that's the end of part 1. And I'll continue the series going forward. I'm gonna make sure to post a few of these, including one about female dating strategy and our incels and how I believe that they hold some similarities in many ways. So without further ado, please subscribe, send a like, smash that like button. Yeah, smash it. Join the Discord, and if you want to follow me on anything else, please do, and I'll post this video elsewhere. I have plenty of social media handles in the description down below, and I also love messages. Please reach out to me. Send a message in the chat when I'm streaming. Send a message in the chat on Facebook or whatever. Find me, message me. I love engagement, and more than anything, that's why I do this, so that I can talk to you guys, so that I can make more friends and be a part of this YouTube community be a part of this YouTube community that I've loved so dearly for so long now. It's a big part of my life, and I hope it's a big part of yours as well. I hope that this video finds you well and does a little bit of entertaining on a maybe otherwise dreary day. So, I'll see you next time. Peace. All right, I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Fast forward. All right. We're going to do one more. I'm listening to my mic right now, and it's lucky that I am not hearing myself chew. So that means other people are not hearing me chew. So that's good. Fast forward. Fast forward. Together. Skip it, boom, boom. Scoot doo doo, fast forward. I hesitate to say it, but it's been a while since I've been like this addicted to sugar. I know I'm always addicted to sugar, but I don't know. I've been able to abstain in the past of my life. Man, as a kid though, I was so into it. Swedish fish are my shish. This is pretty good. Swedish fish are my shish. Shishka. Bishka, bishka, boshka. Okay. All right, welcome back, you guys. Welcome to part 2. This is part 2 of the relationship Reddits, blah, blah, blah. You know what it is. You know how it is. You know exactly what this is. This one will be a little bit shorter. And I'm going to say, before we start, once more, please like the videos. Please subscribe. I would love to see you around more often. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, seriously, come back, check them out. I'm gonna post at least weekly. If I can get 5 to 10 more subscribers within the next few weeks, that'd be fantastic. That's all I need, and it shows that people are actually liking these things. People actually enjoy my videos. So 5 to 10 more subscribers. That's all I'm looking for. Not very much. Although, in the grand scheme of things, that is a lot to me. That is a lot in my eyes. So, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking the videos. And also, go check out the Discord so that I can talk to you guys directly. I would love to do that. I would really love to talk about my videos. And also, there's all sections. God, what are they called? The channels. There's channels within my Discord for other people's YouTube channels, other people's Discords, etc., for them to link it, and we can talk about your content. I want to create a small community for this kind of, stuff, this kind of content. Yeah. So without further ado, let's keep going with the relationship one. Okay. Boring story, sorry. I posted looking for advice regarding a girl I was getting close with, but who wasn't ready for a relationship. The advice was actually pretty decent. Take care of your own feelings first. It might not be the right timing for you two. Well, we're not in a relationship, and we're not the same kind of close anymore. Oh well, such is life. We're still good friends, though, so I think it turned out the best way possible. Granted, I had a pretty run-of-the-mill relationship problem and was looking for a place to vent and get some sound advice, so I'd say it served its purpose for me. Real quick, before I get into what I think about that, I want to say to those of you who are clicking on this video first and being a little bit confused, I'm sure you are. Hi, how are you? You're going to want to turn around really quick. So you're going to want to turn around, go back to the left past that yield sign over there, and you'll see a marker saying part 1 for this video series. You're going to want to watch that first because this will make a whole lot more sense. I have an opening statement and everything. It's great over there. It's great. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it. All right, so I don't think this was that boring. I don't think that statement was that boring at all. I honestly, yeah, you really need to take care of your own feelings first. I mean, yeah. So this is another one of the wholesome ones, and I do think that some people have some good advice over there. Some people actually know what they're talking about because chances are they're not a 16-year-old who's never been in a relationship. They're not an incel or a femcel or whatever. They are not a person who has imagined a significant other who has never existed and has already betrayed them somehow. Sorry. But it happens. And that's honestly, I think that is a solid amount of Reddit, or at least some, that the fact that like some of the communities have to get quarantined. And I will say that Facebook has its own goddamn problems with boomers and Generation X. And I'm not saying that millennials and Gen Z are completely, completely devoid of blame here. Or responsibility, but I do think that they are posting a little bit less on Facebook as far as these kind of political echo chambers that completely propagate and push the message that these kind of communities are looking for. Anti-women, anti-men, anti-trans, anti-whatever. If anything having to do with hate in these communities, they're just not shut down as much on Facebook. They're not even looked at. They're ignored practically because it probably makes them money. It probably makes them a lot of money. And yeah, so they need to figure that the hell out. Somebody said, no one's stupid enough to trust strangers on the internet to give them advice based on a couple paragraphs summing up months or years of the relationship with a lover. Nobody's stupid enough to do that, right? Right? Yeah, buddy. That's some nice optimism you got there. This person said, I fixed my relationship like I was told and it lasted another 6 months wherein she continued cheating. Oh. See, sometimes it is the exact opposite. Oh, gosh. Sometimes I lurk there for the free cringe. The Redditors that frequent that sub have some serious issues that they need to address. Have a boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, family issue, blah, blah, blah. Well, better break up with them, tell them to hit the road, divorce them, or cut them out of your life completely. It's pretty ridiculous. Those people have some deep-seated family or attachment issues. It's pretty sad. Yeah. If ever there was a statement or comment on these threads that I was looking for to basically sum up exactly what I was trying to say, it's that one right there. If you're saying these things on these subreddits and you haven't really gotten a full scope of the if you don't know this person in real life, first of all, then definitely be a little bit hesitant about what you're about to say. You know, don't tell a person if you can help it. And if you're not a bot, don't tell a person to do a drastic, hasty action decision, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, you should definitely cut them out of your life. Empty the bank account, your joint bank account, freeze the credit cards, foreclose the house, sell the deed, and then never talk to them. Don't tell them where you went either. You know, just leave. Bye! I'm taking the dog! Hey, I hate you. You cheated. Yeah, you did. You did. I know you did. No, it's cool. It's cool. You totally did, though. Well, because you were late last night. 30 minutes, in fact. Bye. Goodbye. I'll miss you. No, I won't. Reddit told me not to. All right. To end off this one, I want to talk about a new subreddit that's similar in a sense. So, if you haven't heard, there's another subreddit called Am I the Asshole? Capital A, capital I, capital T, capital A, R-A-I-T-A. Very popular. Millions of subscribers on this one as well. And the prevalent message that we see there is not break up with them, because this is not a relationship sub. I know, that breaks the theme a little bit, but this one does have a similar thread, a similarity, if you will. Their statement, their mission statement that doesn't happen to be in their bio, their mission statement that doesn't happen to be in their bio, by the way, why isn't this in your bio, is basically, not the asshole, they suck, okay? Because I'm projecting right now on you. You know, you are me in this situation, and I'm thinking like, well, if I was that person, if I was you, OP, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to me ever, or feel like I was the asshole. So I'm going to project my entire life on you and feel outraged for something that I'm not really involved with, and also haven't seen at all the full scope of. And I don't like taking responsibility in my own life, so you shouldn't either, bucko. Where would we be without responsibility? Without men? Oh my god. So, you're not the asshole. NTA. You're not the asshole. They're the asshole. They suck. You know, and once in a while we'll get a post that's so outlandish that of course YTA, you are the asshole. Like, come on, dude. You know, but most of the time I'm like, do they just throw these in here because, you know, once in a while a teenager's like, listen, I've been seeing almost entirely NTA for months now. I need to make something terrible up just to test them out, just to make sure that they know that, like, some people do suck, you know? And, like, if that's true, good for you, Crusader. Good for you, Slugger. You're doing good things for the world, making shit up and making sure that there's a little bit of diversity for that sub. A little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, it has to be something horrible. Like, I murdered 6 people and then took all their identities. Am I the asshole? Like, I don't know. Need more information. Me need more information. What did they do to you exactly? Yeah. Nothing? Well, did you just, like, dislike them because that, you know what? Screw it. NTA. You're not the asshole. People should die. Everybody's gonna die someday anyways. They deserved it probably. I don't know, man. I'm projecting. I'm 100% projecting my life onto yours right now. I'm living vicariously through you because I'm on the internet and this is the only thing I know how to do. Am I projecting right now? Maybe. So, the dregs of Am I the Asshole? Here's one. So, Am I the asshole for throwing a soda on the ground near the dude I bought it for? Now, right away, you think, wow, this sounds horrible. Why'd that guy do that? Like, what a jerk. You know, like I can't think of a way that this could be good, but most of these are clickbait titles, so he's probably not the asshole. No, he basically went to McDonald's, bought a couple meals for a homeless man, and the homeless man said, I don't like tomatoes, and then dropped the sandwich on the ground. This man proceeds to toss the drinks on the ground at the homeless man's feet and cuss at him, like blow up. They both suck in this situation, but like another comment says down below, basically the homeless man might have been, I don't know, had some mental illness. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Maybe he was just privileged, or not privileged, but he had. It's not privileged. Maybe he just was self-righteous or something to that extent. I can't think of the word, honestly, the vocabulary. It's tough when you're doing this. But essentially, he called him a dirty tomato ass motherfucker. Oh God, that's so good. He called me a tomato ass motherfucker. So the top comment, of course, is you're not an asshole, but you are a dirty tomato ass motherfucker. Cool. So that's a good one. And I'll give you one more example before finishing off this video, and we'll keep going with Am I the Asshole on the next one. Am I the asshole for forgetting about a date? Met this girl, we clicked, and I asked if she wanted to cool it in a couple of days. Saturday came and I went to the club with friends like usual, completely forgetting that I made the date. Met another girl at the club, and we talked and exchanged numbers, but did not have sex. A couple of days later, I see the original girl again, and she's pissed at me. Continues to be pissed at me for a week, and seems like she doesn't want to talk, so I avoid conversation. One day, I get a sudden realization that I made plans with her and missed them completely. One, she did not contact me once to ask whether plans were still on, or when I'd pick her up, etc. Haven't talked to her about it since, but we occasionally speak on other stuff. Am I the asshole for forgetting, or am I innocent since she didn't remind me or text me or anything? Sorry, dude, you're the asshole. It isn't that hard to write something down or put a reminder in your phone. This could have been avoidable, and if I were her, I'd be mad too. Think from her perspective. It seems as though you don't care enough to remember a date a few days away, and that sucks. This seems pretty normal, though. Alright, so on the one hand, I don't understand why this is on the dregs of our Am I the Asshole? Because, yes, he is pretty obviously the asshole. But, come on. It happens. And he, didn't even realize until days later. He was like, shoot, that's why she's angry at me. I'm an idiot. You know, I don't know. To a certain extent, and it's not her responsibility to remind him, and it's not her responsibility to talk to him about, it's not her responsibility for anything. You know, she probably remembered, she was probably at the site, whatever, but she didn't even talk about it. She didn't text him, while she was there, nothing. Come on. You know, realistically, if it is a two-way street, and you should have said something to him. Again, not her responsibility. He should have remembered. She didn't have to remind him. But at the same time, send him a text. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to. But not all of this is so cut and dry. If you're going out with somebody, then give them a little slack. That's the whole point of relationships. Give people a little leeway. Give them a little bit of slack. All right, so the guy forgot, and you don't want to say something, hey, what happened on the day of our date? Oh, shoot, that was the day. I'm so sorry. That's what I was forgetting that day. I'm so dumb. I'm a scatterbrain. I didn't put it in my calendar like an idiot. Can I please take you out another day? Can we please reschedule? But no, I'd rather not. I understand people are afraid of confrontation, but you can text him if you wanted to. So I don't see how this one is so crazy. They both kind of mostly him, 90% him, but 10% of her, 10% her, because she also could have gone the extra mile. Unfortunately, that would mean she was taking on a little bit more and doesn't set a great precedent. But hey, we have a date today. Where are you? Are you on your way? Oh, fuck. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm on my way right now. I'm so sorry. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right there. Or, oh, shoot. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. Can we reschedule for another day? Et cetera, et cetera. That's all. That's all it has to be. All right, you guys. So that's the end of part 2 of this subreddit series of subreddits that give you not the best advice. And you probably shouldn't make hasty decisions about them. Subreddits that absolve you of your sin too often or do the exact opposite. Basically, how Reddit tends to completely misconstrue things or have the exact wrong take on a lot of stuff. So I'll see you guys next time. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Send it out to your friends. And join my Discord so that we can talk. I want to talk about this stuff. I want to talk about content with you guys. I want to look at your videos. Everything. All of the stuff. I really want to build a small community here. I would love to keep making these. So if you guys subscribe and a couple of your other friends subscribe, if I can get 5 to 10 more subscribers in the next couple weeks, I would be ecstatic. And if I can keep growing from there, if I get even more than that, I will freak the hell out. I will start making, I don't know, more than one video a week if I can help it. You know, if I can goddamn do it, I will. I will. Okay? I will send out 2 videos a week. If I get 50 subscribers within the next week or so, I will start making 2 videos every week. That seems like a good a good trade-off. And if you like it, if you like something specific about this, please tell me. Please let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. It's a work in progress, I know, but I love it. I love doing this. I love talking about junk. I love talking about junk that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, and my opinion doesn't matter, but I want to talk, you know? So that's why I'm here, and if I'm entertaining you right now, then that is the entire purpose of this whole entire series. In fact, my whole mission in life, pretty much, I just want to make people smile. I want to make people laugh, and I want to make your day a little bit easier. So, I'll see you next time. Peace.